Well, Darren, not that you need any tips, but did Brad leave you a how-to manual before he left on Monday night?
It's not a how-to manual, but I'll be in close contact with Brad while he recuperates from his operation, and so all I see it is I'm just sitting in his chair trying to steer the ship. It'll be a real team effort while he's not here. We've got a tremendous staff, and the leadership group are really keen to step up as well. So I think we'll get through the period really well.
It's pretty seamless in terms of the transition this week.
Look, whenever you lose your senior coach, it's not something that any footy club would like to go through, but we'd like to look at it like the Hawthorn model last year, that one person goes out and another one steps up into that role, and then someone else has stepped up into my role, and then it's a great opportunity for everyone to come together and just step up a little bit, but also know that it's important that they continue to play their roles.
So when you pick the team later today, will Brad have any influence at all, or is it just completely his no impact this week?
No, this week he's been around. So I've spoken to Brad, as late as last night in regards to the selection of the team, and so he's had a little bit of input this week. But next week, obviously we're going to let him, just really recover well. So he probably won't have a lot to say next week, and then hopefully the week after that, after he's recovered, we can start being constant contact again.
Do you have your own nuances in terms of game style at all, which we might see over the next couple of weeks?
You won't see any change in game style. Hopefully you'll see us tighten up some of the things that we haven't done well in the first part of the season. But we'll be playing with the same type of method, trying to do the same things that Brad's coached this group throughout his period of time here, because we feel that when we're playing our best football, our first half, as example by our first half last week, was really good football. Unfortunately, we went away from that in the third quarter, and it cost us dearly. So, we just got to be able to do it for longer.
Brad promised changes at the end of the game on the weekend, Darren. Have you got an idea just how extensive they'll be at this stage?
Oh, look, we had a really, robust review throughout the week. So some of the players have been put on notice, and there will be some changes. We're still the complete match committee, and the players that could be going out of the team haven't been told yet. So I wouldn't want to release that publicly until they've been told and we've actually finalised match committee.
But could that be some senior players included?
Look, there'll be some guys who have played regular senior football for us.
There's been criticism of the club's reluctance to drop big names in the past, Darren. Do you think that's fair?
Look, what you've got to do is you've got to look at do the numbers. And at the moment, it's easy to say drop this guy and drop that guy. But when you've got Daniel Wells out of the team, you've had Andrew Swallow out of the team, you've had Nick Dalsano out of the team, it's pretty hard to throw the baby out with the bathwater and go dropping guys when you haven't got a lot of guys stepping up to take their position. So we just hope that now we're getting a few players back from injury. Nick Dalsano, we hope will be back, before the bye sometime. We've had Lee Adams come back last week, so hopefully, we can get some pressure from underneath that you can start making some of those calls.
Collingwood's ball movement might have made it difficult, but the players giving you an assurance they might employ some more rigorous defensive structures that I know you guys have trained this weekend.
Our defence, it's disappointing to let any team kick 9 goals in a quarter. 9 goals 2 from their 13 inside 50 entries. We still got the ball inside forward 50 for us in that quarter, but we need to be able to defend that a lot better if we're going to become the team that we want to become. That's obviously, that was a big area for us to address, obviously in our review process and obviously this week against West Coast.
The captain was close last week. Is he a certainty to come back?
He's telling me he's a certainty, but he's still got to get through this main training session today. So if he gets through that and he's comfortable and he feels like he's handling the ball well, he should come in.
The next 3 weeks, I mean, you spoke about it before, they're massive. And does it almost season defining the next 3 weeks going into your bye? Because if you do drop these 3 games, it's going to be really tough to mount a charge for the top 8 after the bye.
Yeah, look, it is. It is season defining. Our season's on the knife's edge, and we need to resurrect it. And but we're really confident that best football can, hold up against the best. So if we can get back to that, playing our basics really well, following instruction, we believe that we're going to be more than competitive in the next month of football.
A pretty tough time to come in, Darren. You're obviously mentioning those sort of 3 weeks, but I think Jack Zeeber was saying the club yesterday is pretty excited by the challenge.
Yeah, it is. It is. Everyone's excited. Everyone's excited about being able to step up. That's the biggest challenge and the biggest opportunity for people is to, a little bit of adversity, but what are people going to do? And we've done a lot of talking, and now it's time for some actions.
You're coming off some good form though, mate. You're back-to-back wins, I think, back in 09, your last 2 games. So you're hoping for a third in a row.
Yeah, but it was only 3.5 out of 10. But I'd like to improve that winning percentage. There's no doubt about that. Look, I really enjoyed filling in last time. I feel it's very different this time. It's definitely not about me this time. Back then we didn't have a senior coach. I was auditioning for the role. So I was trying to put my best foot forward. This time, I'm sitting in the chair, I'm keeping it warm for Brad, and I'm just getting tremendous support from everyone within the club, and the playing group. So, so it's a very different situation.
Mindful you're not making it about you, would you throw your hat into the ring potentially for the one vacant senior job that's going at the moment up the road?
No, I'm very happy doing what I'm doing here. I've got a big month ahead of us, me personally and the club, to make sure that we turn our season around, and I wouldn't even be focusing on that.
Spend much time looking at the opposition this week, or given how disappointing you were against Collingwood this morning?
Yeah, we have. We always look at the opposition. We always plan for the best that they're going to throw at us, and then basically come up, okay, well, what do we need to take away that they do well? But also, this is a little bit about us and what we do well, and we need to get back to that. So, sure, we look at the opposition, but we need to sort of really get on the front foot and start showing the footy world what we're capable of.
Has part of that been sort of the ball use and the decision-making, Darren? Because, you had a lot of the ball in that third quarter.
But at the same time, a fair bit of it's about our defence. So there's one thing in being able to move the ball well and be an offensive team, but we know that all the better teams, all the more successful teams have a great balance of both, and that's what we're still trying to get to.
Just on Nicky Del Santo, is there a chance you could get him back now before the bye?
Yeah. So I think I mentioned earlier that he went and saw the surgeon this week. Surgeon was really happy with the way he's going. He doesn't have to go back there again. It's basically up to his prep. He's going to train, do a bit of the main training today, and we hope to get him back before the bye.
Sneaky chance for next week, even?
Maybe a sneaky chance, but we'll just see how he progresses over the next week and a half.
What about Daniel Wells?
Wellsy, I just see him running laps there. He's still an indefinite, still coming along, but coming along slowly. So we're just not too sure when he'll be back.
Thanks,
guys. Thank you.